Welcome aboard. You must be a Stake Friends of Scouting chairman. That's why you're watching this YouTube video. This video is geared for the stake level so that you can understand how to train those in the ward level how to launch the Friends of Scouting campaign in your stake. A few things that we're going to focus on in this year's Friends of Scouting campaign, which I think is pretty exciting, is one, the Friends of Scouting campaign is on target to be completed by September 30th. All done by September 30th. And then the other thing that we're focusing on this year is to have every home visited by September 30th to make sure that everybody has an opportunity to give at a level that's comfortable for them by September 30th.
So one of your jobs is to make sure that all of your ward workers are appropriately trained. In order to do that, you need to make sure that the materials that you've been given are organized by ward. You'll have a list of people who've contributed in the past that they can review before they go out on the campaign, and then full-colored brochures that will look very much like this that have already been pre-printed with the name, address, and other important information for all of those people who've donated before. You'll also have blank brochures so that you can fill in the names of new contributors.
Something that you should be aware is that the very information that we're talking about in this YouTube video will be available to you. We're just going through the Steps to Success worksheet so that you understand what it is that's expected of you, and you will have these materials for you to use at the training that you give the Ward Friends of Scouting chairman. So that brings up a good point. The training. You should have a specified date set aside in a specified place for you to have a training where you can train all of the ward representatives that will be in charge of launching the Friends of Scouting campaign this year. Something that you might do at that training is simply watch the Friends of Scouting YouTube videos that this is a part of. It's a great opportunity for you to sit down and just discuss strategy. What is it that you think is going to be best in your stake as far as a timeline? Do you want to do a one-day campaign like some stakes are doing? Or do you want to launch a one-week campaign with the idea of having 80% of your Friends of Scouting campaign completed by the end of 1 week? That is a good meeting just to get some ideas and just generate some discussion so that by the time everybody walks away from that meeting, they're all on the same page and they're like, okay, I'm doing a one-day campaign in my ward, or we're doing a one-week campaign in my ward. There needs to be some expectation on what that defined length of time is going to be. And the other thing you should do at that training is distribute all of your Friends of Scouting campaign material. When they walk out of that meeting, they should walk out in hand with the Friends of Scouting brochures and any other Friends of Scouting material that they need in order to launch a successful, robust campaign. So again, just make sure you hold that meeting and promote that meeting and have people attend that meeting. Make it exciting so that when they walk away, they feel empowered to be successful in this year's campaign.
Good. And you'll want to role play things in that meeting so that people understand what's going on. And like Ben has said, you need to make sure you're all walking out on the same page and have the right expectations. Then your next job is to communicate the fact that the stake is doing the FOS campaign on a certain day or during a certain week. You want to make sure that there's plenty of time, that there are flyers sent out, that maybe the stake leadership would like to send out a letter. The ward could make announcements in their various meetings as their leadership finds appropriate. What you don't want is for people to be caught by surprise by the FOS campaign. They need to know the day it's going to happen, have their checks ready, and be ready to receive the representatives that are going to come visit them.
Follow up, follow up, follow up. Follow up. Follow up is critical. It's not just on the shoulders of the ward representatives to follow up with you, perhaps. It's really on your shoulders to follow up with them and make sure that things are still continuing to go through. I would suggest that from the time that you have your meeting where you launch your strategy with your ward FOS chairman, from that time I'd follow up weekly. Follow up weekly. Hold each ward accountable for the timeline that they agreed to in that training meeting that you held with them.
One of the things that's going to be very different about this year's campaign is the way that we report our success. And if you follow these steps to success, you're going to have something to report, and you're going to be excited about it. This year, we don't want to know just how much money's coming in. We want to make sure everybody gets the opportunity to contribute. So we want you to report the number of homes in each ward, the number of people who've been visited, and the amount that's been collected. We need that report to come in every week so that people are thinking about it every week. So the ward workers will turn into the stake, and the stake workers will turn into the district chair each week a report of those three things: how many homes visited, and how much money collected. Now, it's very important that you know the plan, and that the plan's been shared, and that everybody follows it, including training dates, kickoff dates, reporting procedures, and reporting dates. We hope that you follow this plan. You'll be very successful. We know you will, and we wish you good luck. Thanks.
Thank you.